a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't calm down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now, do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. it here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown, but we both know how to swim. No worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Today is October 1st, 2024. It is 4:57 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello. Oh my goodness. I haven't even started. And Irony Rose, thank you, dear, for the super sticker. Thank you, sugar. You know I love you to pieces. Thank you, my dear TJ. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you, love. Welcome to the pearls, and pearls look amazing on you, TJ. Thank you so very much. Chemistry Queen, we are on a half-year anniversary. I'm loving it. Loving it. Thank you, my dear. Love you so much. Really do appreciate you, my dear. What? What are you guys doing? Must have got lost. Thank you, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so sweet. Beep, beep, mother chickens. Beep, beep, mother chickens. Hold on. Where are we at? Where are we at? Let me find my thing here. Wow.
This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Beep, beep,
Stand
mother
clear of the
chickens.
closing doors, please.
Giving to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes.
Thank you, Must Have Got Lost. Really appreciate you, my friend. If you received one of those from Must Have Got Lost, please give our sweet Must Have Got Lost a big, big, big thank you. All right, so, oh, Irony, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is, what did I do? What did I do? Thank you so much, my dear. Goodness. That is so sweet of you, my dear. Listen, mother chickens, beep, beep, mother chickens. Where's my, uh-oh, where's it up? Where's it up? Where's it up? Where my button is. Where's, what I do with it? Okay.
This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Beep, beep, mother chickens.
Giving to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes.
Well, thank you so much, my sweet Irony. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Very sweet. And Mally, thank you. Thank you. If you guys got any gift from Must Have Got Lost. Hold on. Hold on. Did I thank Terry? Did I thank Terry? What are y'all doing? What's going on here? Did I thank Terry? Did I thank sweet Terry? I can't even keep up. Terry, okay, must have got lost. Terry, thank you so very much, my dear. Really do appreciate that. If you got any gifts from Must Have Got Lost, Terry F, Irony Rose, or Mally Cat, give them a big thank you. I don't know what I did. Thank you guys. You guys are very sweet. Really do appreciate you. Can't do it without you. And y'all are extraordinarily just good to me and just beautiful people. Thank you guys so much. Very sweet. Heather, thank you so much for 6 months. Really do appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, Justin, for all you do. We love you big. I love y'all big. You have no idea. You have no idea. I love you guys so much. You guys are family to me. Absolute family. Jessica, thank you. Thank you so much. So sweet. You know I love you, Jessica. Jessica's a sweetheart as well. You all are sweethearts. Everyone I have here is sweetheart. Everyone. Thank you so much. Plant Lady. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you guys. That's so sweet. Very, very kind, guys. Very, very kind. So I wanted to come on, and this is wild. What we're about to see. What we're about to see. Oh my God, Mally Cat! Thank you, Lovey. My Mally Cat. We have triplets. I have 2 cats that look exactly like Mally Cat's Mally Cat. So we have triplets. We have triplets. Don't we, Mally Cat? So that's very sweet of you. Bernie, thank you, baby. Ooh, 6 months. Love to you. 6 months. We got it going on, don't we, Bernie? Thank you so much, Bernie. Really do appreciate you, my friend, for your support. Yes. It's going to be a long night. You're going to see a lot of Justin tonight, so be prepared. Be prepared. It's coming. It's coming. Very, very sweet. Anywho. Whew, okay. Gina, thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. That just hit me out of the gate. Thank you so very much, my friend, for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, please thank our sweet Gina. Really do appreciate your support, Gina. Means so much to me. Truly does. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm too guys, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate you. Well, you guys are the blessing. You guys keep me here and you guys are so good to me. We have such a beautiful thing here. It's a place where we can come together and true crime is already negative enough. You know what I mean? And there should not be any more drama in true crime than there already is. You know what I mean? And so we have built this little corner, and I am so thankful for all of you. We have nothing but classy people in here who are just amazing, amazing people. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Pamela. Very sweet of you, my dear. Very, very sweet of you. Thank you for that. I'm too honest for this. Really appreciate you, my dear. Rhonda, thank you for too long. We'll be on a year. Thank you so much, my dear. You've been a longtime supporter. And I just can't thank you enough, Rhonda. Truly, truly means so much to me, really. Lady Libra, thank you, my sweet CPTs. Really do appreciate you. Very sweet of you, Lady Libra. Really appreciate your support. Truly, honest to God, truly do. You know you're always welcome here, my dear. Hope in the shadows. What? 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 Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for creating a safe and welcoming place. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you. Thank you. Truly, thank you. Not everyone agrees with me, right? Not everyone agrees with me how not everyone agree no one agrees with anyone on here pretty much, but I try to not worry about what other people do on their channels. I've just tried to always stick to what I do, and I feel like if you are here for true crime, you are not here for another channel. You're not here for you should not leave a chat room more stressed about something else. You know what I mean? Like, you come for these cases because you care. You obviously care. You put your time, which is invaluable, your your research, your effort, your memberships, your donations, all of it, just for us, and really do appreciate it. Truly, thank you, sweet Gypsy. You know I love you, dear. Really do appreciate you, my friend. Very, very, very sweet of you. Thank you. Nerdy, my sweet Nerdy. Love you, honey. Long time supporter. you so much, Nerdy. Really do appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. So, you guys are incredibly sweet. Totally agree, people. That's right, Bridget. That's right, Bridget. Um, so a lot is going on right now, and we're going to have to talk about it. There is some really sad news in the true crime community, though. It's not a person that really goes live that often, but it's a big creator. Lady for Justice, thank you, sweetheart, for gifting a pearl necklace. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you received that, please thank our sweet, sweet lady. Lady in red. Thank you so much, Lady in Red. And thank you so much, Kelly K, for 7 continued months. Best way to spend my day. Aw, thank you. Really appreciate you. I love you guys so much. Truly. Very, very much. And my sweet Catherine, there she is. How are you, Catherine? I always love that little poochie poo you got on here. Love you guys too in chat. You guys are very sweet. Very, very sweet. Thank y'all so very much. Truly. So there has Dina, we have the best chat, the best mods, the best members, the best people here. Absolutely. Just beyond blessed, to be truly honest with you. Thank you, Donna. Thank you so much, honey. You guys, you really don't have to do it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Donna. Really appreciate you, my sweetheart. Thank you very, very, very much. Really appreciate you. So, I'm going to show you something, and you guys know Stephanie Harlow, who is a very big creator. I do, Brianna. I do. Thank you so much, my sweeties. Stephanie Harlow, big creator. She and her husband were going, I'm just going to say allegedly, through a divorce. And her husband, according to Death After Dark, passed away. Stephanie's husband passed away. Here, I'll make it a little bit bigger. Let me do it like this. Let me see if I can make it bigger. They had kind of been estranged for, it had kind of been, hey Betty, it had kind of been on the rocks. And Death After Dark, she writes, this is Death After Dark writing. I'm very tired. This death has very little confirmed info. Let's look into it together. Adam, husband of true crime YouTuber Stephanie Harlow, has passed away. Apparently, they're mid-divorce, and the day they're reporting his death was their wedding anniversary. So parents know for this. So it's very, very sad. I feel really bad for the kids. It had been quite a rough time in both of their lives. There had, been a lot of different reporting on this recently, and not this, but of their No, irony. Just not just, but Stephanie's soon to be ex-husband. So he did pass away. I believe his mother confirmed it on Facebook, allegedly, from what I've allegedly understand. So there's that. So we'll we'll keep you up to date on this. It has not been reported out hardly at all. I'm probably one of the, other than Death After Dark. Very sad. Very sad. When they got kids, that's, yes, only Adam passed. I am working on finding the mom's post. So much seems to have been scrubbed from the internet already. Someone's got screenshots, though. I'm looking. Alexandra, it's all the above. It's all the above. So, yeah, very sad. Very sad. Please keep them in your prayers as much as, possible. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, KW, I think I'll just say I think he's been allegedly struggling with things. Allegedly, maybe, and I don't know. But this is what a source has said. But again, I'm just going to say we have to wait. Allegedly, it's not, I'll just say this, not by any natural causes or, medical or, illness. Well, I guess it would be considered an illness, allegedly. And not by doing it himself intentionally. Allegedly. I just kind of have to be careful with that. So I just wish them well, and I pray for their entire family. NH, you like when Stephanie was growing, several years back, he would get on a lot. They would get on the couch together and answer questions and stuff like that. Um, I don't know how old he was. I think he was in his 40s. Um, yes, Hey Jude. Yeah. hmm Yeah, I'm getting some more stuff in, hopefully. But I you know, I think a lot of it's been scrubbed already. Stephanie Harlow, she's a YouTuber, big YouTuber. Big YouTuber. So, he was also in a car accident not too long ago. Yeah, car accidents, divorces, can it can create a downward spiral at times. Of course, I don't know anything about them other than I watched them especially when she was growing years ago. Yes, co-host on Crime Weekly. So yeah. Yeah, she's pretty big. She's pretty big. I don't know how many subscribers she has now, but she's on Crime Weekly. She does a lot of different things, a lot of different things. So, but anyway, we've got some things to get to. I want to thank you guys all so much for being here. What you are about to see, I just want to let you know that we are about to watch the court with the sheriff of, well, now I got to say former sheriff of Letcher County, with his court hearing today. Now, he allegedly, Sheriff Steins allegedly unalived and Judge Kevin Mullins on September 19th. What you're going to see on this may be very disturbing. They show some crazy things, some real life and death things. Okay. Please keep. Gotcha. Yep. Gotcha. Thank you, Court TV. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Yep. Yep. We're gonna block it out. So, but it's going to be disturbing. It's going to be disturbing. So if you are sensitive, thank you. Tell Vinny hi for me, okay? Tell Vinny hi. If you're sensitive to these things, please might want to exit out of this one. I was pretty surprised that they showed this, to be quite honest with you. So let's get started. Tis me, thank you, my dear. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, yes. So we're going to do a little warning, just in case as well. Oops, wrong one. Wrong warning. There's so many warnings we have to give out these days. You know what I mean? It's like, let's see here. Warning, the following content is for mature audiences. It may be offensive or distressing for some viewers. This channel is a commentary channel related to true crime pertaining to real life events. Each true crime story discussed on this channel has been researched from a number of various sources, including FOIA requests, articles, news, interviews, and more. Links may be provided in the description of various sources. Let us all remember the real human element to each individual. Okay. I see you. Can you give me the timestamp for that, where it shows, if you don't mind, that? And what I'll do, if you want to watch, can you just text me that timestamp to court? And what I'll do when we get ready to go there, I'm going to give you the timestamp. If you choose, I don't know if it's going to be on here or not, if it's still on here, or if they edited it out themselves. But if they didn't, I will give you the timestamp. You can go over and watch it yourself. Okay, is that cool? All right. This was, let me tell you something. In Letcher County, they do it a little differently. Whenever this was going on, the first media that showed up, oh my Lord, local media, there was some fighting going on. Okay, Court TV said it's not it. I did. Well, I knew it wasn't earlier. I didn't know if they, switched it out or not. So, it is provided. Court TV is provided in the description. Lord, Justin, keep me from shopping. Dang it, Cassie, come on now, pull it together. Pull it together. You don't need your 450 pair of shoes. Just kidding. All right, let's get started. Bear with me. We're going to get started on this. That is the former sheriff of Letcher County. Of course, he is no longer sheriff anymore. I believe he stepped down. He was getting paid up until that time. If not, I knew he was going to be removed. I would rather step down than be removed. I don't know about you, but it doesn't look good when you got unaliving on your hands, but it looks better than having, unaliving on your hands and being kicked out. Stepping down sounds a little better. Commonwealth of Kentucky.
When we got the farmer's dog.
1 second. Let me get the one where I don't have commercials here. 1 second. My other channel. Okay. It's all the people there. Sheriff. Okay. Kentucky versus Sean Steins.
24F 147 on for preliminary hearing. Is the Commonwealth ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the defense ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, call your first witness.
Commonwealth's Clayton Stamper.
All right, click. Mr. Stamper, if you would. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
Thank you. You may be seated.
You state your name for record, please.
Clayton Stamper,
And how you spell your name?
ClaytonStamper.
Tell the court how you're employed.
I'm sorry.
How are you employed?
I'm a detective with the Kentucky State Police assigned to Post 13 Hazard.
How long have you been employed in that capacity?
I've been with KSP a little over 24 years, detective since 2006.
And have you, in the performance of your duties as detective with the State Police, have you investigated the death of Kevin Mullins?
Yes, sir, I did.
And can you tell us on what date that was?
It was September 19th, 2024.
In investigation of that death, were you able to determine who killed Kevin Mullins?
Yes.
And how were you able to do that?
Video surveillance footage.
And did you retrieve that video surveillance footage?
I did.
You're at this time, the court, they come to play video footage. All right. All right, I'm gonna check. You approach.
Yes, approach the bench.
Yes. Yes, preliminary. Sure is. Yes. They're the witness seemed a little hostile to me. Yeah, this story is far from over. Far from over. I was shocked that they showed what happened. Okay, I don't know what they're doing right now. I don't know if they've got a grand jury or not, to be quite honest with you in this one. I don't think so. I think it's just a judge. Sidebar, yeah. Here we go. Okay, we're getting close. Okay. All right. So right here, I'm going to give you Court TV's link and the timestamp. If you want to see that, click that link right there. Go see it. Okay. I have to exit this out because it's getting close to there. Bear with me. We're going to fast forward through this. Okay. It's extremely graphic, guys. It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing.
That was Sheriff Mickey Steins and Judge Kevin Mullins.
And also, who had the firearm?
Sheriff Steins.
And then
It makes my heart go.
Judge was also in his black robe.
Yes.
Do you know what portion of the courthouse that is?
That is the judge's chambers
And where's that located at, physically located?
in the Letcher County Courthouse.
That's all I have you on.
Would you like to cross-examine the witness?
I would, Your Honor. That was a short clip that was played there. How long?
I'm going to drop the link again for Court TV 2015.
That we just watched.
Yes,
Just 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
15 seconds. In fact, the video that was taken in the judge's chambers between the meeting between Sheriff Steins and Judge Mullins, it's my understanding that
It's a small room. It's a small room. And I pictured it as, you know how you always have this thing in your head. I pictured it as a big room with like a big dark wooden desk. And all right, Oku, good to see you, bud. And it was a very tiny room. You did too? See? That's how I pictured it. I legit had a complete different. Well, I mean, at our court, like the judge's chamber is a lot nicer. But the thing is, like, this sheriff shot like 8 times? He just kept going. Like, the judge gets pew-pewed. I don't know if, and he falls out of the seat and into the floor, and then he gets back up, and then the sheriff kind of comes around and does it again. He did not care. He didn't care. And I mean, I'm sorry, that's too much, guys. I know a lot of people like this sheriff. I know that, but you can't do that. That is someone's life. Regardless of what he knows you're supposed to let the justice system even deal with the judges, the sheriffs, all of them. You can't take a life. And to do it that many times.
That video lasted much longer, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And
Like, my
have you had an
heart's beating
opportunity to review the video
over
I
that.
have.
of
I
the
know he's a
prior
very liked
incident?
man.
I have.
And can you describe for us what happened immediately prior to the clip that we
Yes,
saw?
please use that.
Sheriff Steins uses his telephone to make some phone calls.
It was beyond reason, yes.
He then borrows Judge Mullen's cell phone and appears to make a call on that. And that led to what you just saw.
Okay. So it's my understanding there were some people who were having a meeting with Judge Mullins prior to the sheriff's entry into the chambers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Have you identified those witnesses?
I don't know the names of them. There's about approximately 4 people in there. Then Sheriff Steins enters the judge's chambers and everybody else clears out.
You don't know their names?
Not right off, no.
Have you prepared a report?
In the process, yes.
You're in the process of preparing a report,
Yes, a lot of information.
but you've not.
Triangel, I'm sorry, dear. I didn't see this. I apologize earlier. If you received that from our sweet Triangel, please make sure you give Triangel a big, big thank you. Thank you so much, my friend. Really do appreciate you gifting that membership.
Spoken to any of those witnesses?
I've not directly, but they've all been interviewed. There's recorded interviews of those people in the case.
Okay, so other officers have spoken with those 4 witnesses?
Yes.
And what is your understanding of what those 4 witnesses have said?
I don't recall.
You have no idea what they said?
No.
I want to make sure I understand.
I think you're right when it comes to there is good old boy corruption. I mean, I'm not saying it happened in this case, but it sounds like there was some things going on in this little sleepy county for sure.
There's been a hearing previously,
in my opinion,
this day in chambers?
In the courtroom?
No, in chambers.
And David W. Listen, he has a point. Kentucky has very, very lenient laws against a lot of the age and all of that, and there's not a lot of them. None, yeah. And so I understand. I mean, it needs to be changed. It needs to be changed. It was just, he just overdone it.
Okay.
He just overdone it.
Video camera that is running in the district judge's chambers. Is that on all the time?
It's my understanding, yes.
Have you spoken with anyone about why that may be?
Now, if they had a camera in it at all time, I know it didn't have audio. It's not allowed to have audio, but we had originally, it had been reported that it had, they had put the camera in there for, some acts that may have allegedly been going on in there?
No. I mean, there's cameras throughout the courthouse.
Well, fair enough, but are you familiar with district judges' chambers normally?
Sorry, I keep pausing it, but another comment on this. I mean, these guys allegedly had like lunch at like 12 o'clock. And by 3 o'clock, the sheriff is ready to unalive the judge. It is reported that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, the judge, or rather the sheriff, left early in this lunch that they was having. He got a phone call.
How they're set up?
No. I mean, some of them have video surveillance and some don't.
Right, but
This one does.
generally when they have surveillance, you agree with me that that is utilized when there is a proceeding going on in chambers, correct?
It could be, yes.
Okay. And I'm just asking, so this video didn't have an audio recording to it,
No,
correct?
there's no audio.
Outside of once the 4 people that were inside, that we don't know their names, once these 4 people had left the chambers, were they in an area?
David, you're local, right? You're local, from what I remember. Did you call in before? Or at least I remember you. I remember you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Rayanne, thank you, my love. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. If you receive that, make sure you give our girl Rayanne a big, big thank you. Very sweet of you, my friend. Okay.
Area adjacent where they could hear anything that was going on?
Yes, I believe some of them did remain in the next room.
Okay. And what did they tell us?
Do what?
What did they hear?
I've not been part. I wasn't part of those interviews.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, you're prepared for a preliminary hearing on a murder, and there are witnesses in an adjacent room.
I mean, they heard
Can I
gunshots.
put my question, please? Thank you, officer. So you are investigating a murder and testifying in a preliminary hearing, and there are witnesses who may have overheard what preceded this edited clip, yet you can't tell us today anything that they said?
I've not personally listened to those interviews. I've talked to the other officers that did those interviews.
Fair enough. And I mean, we're here at a preliminary hearing, as you know, that you can.
So they're brother-in-laws. So the sisters, or their wives, one married a judge, the other one married a sheriff. Is why I said it's not premeditated. Everything was fine until sheriff seen the judge's phone. That triggered him. Yeah, I think you could definitely call that a crime of passion. Or impulse.
You can testify to hearsay. I'm asking you what they said.
They heard gunshots.
Okay. Was there any statements that they overheard?
No.
Were there raised voices?
There one person stated that she didn't recognize him as being Judge Mullen's voice, but heard somebody say, "Help, help."
Presumably that will be after the fire.
I mean, do we know what he's seen? Was it like inappropriate pictures of his daughter? I mean, it had to be some. Well, no, the DA and the judge are. Oh, the DA and the judge. Gotcha. Okay. Uh, 1 second. Turn this phone off. Okay, here we go.
Arm was drawn or shot. I will
Yes.
draw, Judge.
That's going to be a crazy one.
So, is
I look
there any
forward to that
testimony
one.
that you can give us today about any statements or arguments or the content of that argument prior to the shooting?
No.
I want to ask generally, so did you process the scene? Are you the lead investigator on this case?
I am.
Okay, so as a lead investigator, I would presume that you would have secured the chambers
wanted
and
them to?
evidence once you arrived.
I was part of that, yes.
They can't give a straight answer, Justin. They didn't even take his daughter's phone, and he wanted them to. Huh. I'll have to look more into
You're
that.
part, right? But you're the lead investigator, so you'd be in charge of those duties and delegating what should be done. Is that
No.
fair?
No, I don't delegate what's done.
Okay, so you're the lead investigator. What does that mean?
I'm the case officer.
Okay, so you're carrying the case. So I want to make sure I understand. Had Judge Mullins been removed from chambers when you arrived?
No,
Were you able to ascertain, did he have a firearm on his person?
we did not locate one.
You did not locate one?
No, there was not one in the chambers.
Okay. And there was none on his person?
No.
Okay.
What?
All right. Who was the first?
They never located the pew pew? They never located the pew pew. Did they ever get it? I think this is going to be one where everything's going to come to light, or things may be covered up. I don't know. Just talking a little off the cuff here, but I don't know.
Person to arrive on behalf of law enforcement to investigate?
They were already in the courthouse.
Fair enough, but I'm talking about in terms of people that we may see a report from or take part in this investigation. Who would be the first person?
I believe Trooper Jason Bates was the first KSP personnel on scene.
And you spoke with him, and
I did.
And he searched and did not locate a firearm?
No, he didn't search the scene. No.
His
role at that point was security of the scene.
Ooh, I like that.
I'm just trying to ascertain.
I might mark it that. Rolls off the cuff.
I'm wanting to know, can you tell us, was it specifically searched for a firearm?
In the judge's chambers?
Yes, sir.
There was myself, Detective Chris Collins, Detective Scott Caldwell, Detective Eric Caldwell. That's all I recall right now.
Okay, but I'm trying to understand. So who searched specifically for a firearm?
We all did.
And that was specifically something you looked for?
Yes.
Fair enough. Okay. Of course, your investigation, did you ascertain that prior in the day there had been a lunch meeting between Sheriff Steins and Judge Mullins?
There was.
Pardon?
There was.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't hear your response. I wasn't being trite.
April, this is where the sheriff of Letcher County, Kentucky, who unalived a judge. They had lunch together. The judge is Kevin Mullins, and the sheriff is Sheriff Steins. They had lunch at around noon that day, the sheriff allegedly got a call, ended the lunch rather early, and by 3 o'clock, he met the judge in the chamber, locked the door behind him, and they exchanged phones. After they handed each other's phones back, something allegedly triggered the judge, or rather the sheriff, and the sheriff ended up pew-pewing the judge. Now, the only remarks that the sheriff made after the unaliving was, he took my wife and kid from me.
So where did this take place?
It's a restaurant called Street Side, and it's just down the street from the courthouse.
Okay.
Rose.
And it's my understanding there were a couple of other people who attended the luncheon.
There were several, yes.
Okay. And at some point after that, they wrapped up lunch and left, obviously, and went back to the courthouse.
There had been some, I'm just going to say, allegations that this judge has had allegedly inappropriate rendezvous with younger females for favors, wink wink, favors in service of a lighter sentence. And there was some investigating going on with the sheriff's deputy. I think the sheriff had to go the next week in to do, was it a deposition, I believe?
Are you aware of anything so far in your investigation that would tell us there was any issues at lunch between Judge
No.
Mullins and Sheriff Steins?
No.
It was the sheriff.
Someone on behalf of the KSB has spoken to those witnesses?
Yes.
Thank you, dear.
They've all been interviewed.
And there was nothing unusual that had arisen during that luncheon?
I was told that the judge made a statement to Mickey about, do we need to meet private in my chambers? That's all I was told.
Do you know the context of
I do
what
not.
the conversation was before that they would need to discuss in chambers?
I do not.
So it's my understanding that in the larger portion of the video that we haven't had access to, that there is a point when Sheriff Steins
Hi,
asked
darling.
for
Good to see you.
to see the telephone of Judge Mullins.
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And I would presume that you and the other officers you mentioned, when you secured the scene, that you secured those phones as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
And have you reviewed both of those phones?
They're currently at the forensic lab at this time being downloaded. I have had discussions with
It is.
the people at the lab regarding the downloads.
And those are a couple of other questions that I was going to ask you, but my original question was, have you reviewed or are you aware of the content of the phones?
I've not personally seen it because I've not received those reports yet.
Okay, again, based upon your conversations with the officers, are you aware of any recent content that was up and could have been relevant at the time of their discussion?
I was told that Sheriff Steins had tried to
Oh,
call
he
his
had done it
daughter,
already. Thank you, Kentucky Rose.
and he had tried to call his daughter from the judge's phone also.
So, have you obtained the phone records from
bear with me one second. The investigator testifies to the sheriff's daughter's phone number being stored on the judge's phone. Ouch. Ouch. You know, I understand the betrayal and the craziness that the sheriff felt. Now, we don't know a lot of the facts yet, but I will say if, and that's a big if, the sheriff knew this was going on with other females, other young women, and did nothing about it until it happened to his daughter, that's a problem. I will say that. But we don't know that yet. We don't know what he knew about, you know, if there was other, you know, if he knew other female things was going on. Brown-eyed girl, thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace, my dear. Really appreciate you. You received that. Please make sure you give a big thank you to our lovely brown-eyed girl. Thank you so much, my dear.
Judge Mullins' phone.
I don't have those in my possession yet. No.
Okay. Have you issued a search
Yeah,
warrant for them?
Yes.
Okay. And have officers confirmed that the sheriff's
I don't know.
daughter's phone number was on Judge Mullins' phone?
Question. Was there allegedly a divorce happening between the sheriff and the sheriff's wife, or no? Was there a divorce in the works? I think I recall something like that, but
Yes. I believe so. Yes.
So that number had been called from Judge Mullins' phone.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
they were separated. Gotcha.
So we don't have a viewing of what transpired during that exchange of phones. But based upon your review of those moments prior to,
Gotcha.
when Sheriff Steins observes that cell phone, was he previously seated?
Yes.
Okay, so in the clip we saw him standing the entire time.
He was seated in front of the judge's desk.
And he looks at the cell phone. What is it? Can you describe his reaction in the video that we haven't seen?
Whose reaction?
Well, the sheriff.
You can't see his face in the video.
Okay. But is it clear that, does it appear to you that, let me rephrase this. Did he stand up after
Yes.
looking at the phone?
He stood up.
And how long after he looked at the cell phone and stood up did this occur that you played?
Just seconds.
Did you make the decision as on edits today for what you were going to present? In terms of, did you make the edit or determine which portion of the video we were going to see today?
No, sir, I did not.
The guy asking the questions, it's a little low.
Both cell phones have been sent to the Kentucky State Police forensic team. Is that correct?
Yes.
Have you gotten any early report on what was found?
No.
Were both phones still on the desk when you arrived?
The judge's phone
That might
was on the desk.
That might make it better.
Sheriff Stein's phone was on his person.
Okay, so are there photographs of, was the phone locked at that point, or was it still open?
Both of you asking about both of them, or?
Well, first let's talk about, that's fair. First, I'm talking about Judge Mullins, since it was the one that was still on the desk and presumably nobody touched it prior to you securing it, correct?
No.
So Yeah, so would like to know about that. Have you ascertained what was currently open on that cell phone?
No, I don't know at this point. No,
You don't know.
no.
Do you think that would be? Do you think that would be important to learn?
I hope to learn that when the report's ready. Yes.
Trying to find
But
closed
as of
captions, but there's
today,
not any
you
right
tell
now.
us
No.
what was currently open on the judge's phone.
No, sir.
Love you, SL. So you go from a sheriff to a pastor.
Did you conduct an interview with Sheriff Stein's daughter?
I did not, but she has been interviewed.
Are you aware of any, who was present when she was interviewed?
Lieutenant Randy Combs and Detective Anthony Trotter.
She was interviewed with or without her parent?
With.
So her parent was present at the time you interviewed her?
Yes, I believe. I wasn't there, but yes, I think so.
Law enforcement has not spoken to her without her parent present?
Not that I'm aware of.
Did the Kentucky State Police obtain her phone?
No.
You intend to obtain records for her cell phone number?
Possibly, yes.
Do you believe that that will be soon that you'll do that?
Could be, yes.
It's
Had you already
crazy,
intended to do
Rand.
that,
This
or
is
did
a
you just
crazy case.
respond to my question?
Well, the call should be on the judge's records too.
Well, I understand.
And
but
she's made statements about what occurred during those conversations.
I understand that, but I would presume that, have you ascertained whether Judge Mullins also had apps that stand outside of phone records?
I've not received those records yet. I don't know what's on the
Well,
phone.
fair enough, but I mean, did you look at the phone? Did it appear there were apps on it?
I'm not the person that's qualified to look through the phone.
Okay, but you're familiar with cell phones. They can host other forms of communication. Yes, sir.
What's the objection?
He's asked a question about 4 or 5 different ways. The officers, the detective repeatedly said that he does not have a report with phones. He's not looking at the phone. He can't testify to that matter.
I'll let him ask the question, and what he can only testify what he has personal knowledge about.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right.
So you're aware that phones can be used for apps such as Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. And that is not something that is captured by cell phone records. You would agree with me?
I agree.
So in light of that, although the records may be mutually the same, right, the same between Judge Mullins' phone and the sheriff's daughter, do you believe that you could also ascertain other information from the cell phone app content?
Are you asking what apps are on the phone?
Yes. Well, that was my original question.
I don't know
thought
I've not received that report yet. I don't know what apps he had downloaded on the phone.
if he has social media apps, do you intend to?
That could lead to additional search warrants, yes.
If you would, officer, please let me finish before you move forward, and I'll try to slow down a little bit as well, okay?
Sure.
Thank you, Trooper. Have you determined whether there were any previous issues, personal or professional, between Sheriff Steins and Judge Mullins?
I've heard things.
What have you heard?
Just that this regarding the lawsuit that the Letcher County Sheriff's Office is currently involved with.
The lawsuit that involved ultimately a criminal conviction of a deputy for sexual behavior in the judge's chambers. Is that the one you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay, and the subject matter of that lawsuit, the chambers area, that's the same chambers in which this occurred. Is that correct?
I asked Chat GPT if they were going through a divorce, and it just says no public information. Well, I was trying to get some sources on it.
I'm not familiar with the details of that case that the lawsuit resulted from.
Okay. Are you aware of any criminal reports that Sheriff Steins had made of Judge Mullins prior to this day?
It's crazy.
No.
This is crazy. There's some stuff going on in this place.
Did you personally observe Sheriff Steins following this video?
Did I personally observe him? What?
Did you meet with him? Did you talk to him after?
He was in custody when I arrived at the courthouse that afternoon.
And at some point, did you draw any observation about his demeanor?
He was
Oh Lord.
mostly calm, I thought. I mean, I talked to him, but he didn't say nothing about why this had happened.
Oh my
But
God.
he was calm. He was kind of afraid that basically all he said was, "Treat me fair." That's basically
I'm probably going to end up going there, actually.
the comments he made.
Okay. Did he also make a statement about, I didn't see it in the citation.
Confirm per se yet.
I saw a statement being attributed to him about protecting his family.
I wasn't present, but when he was taken into custody, I was told by one of the other officers that were there that he made the comment, "They're trying to kidnap my wife and kid."
Okay, mini Panthers. So September, just a few weeks ago, actually, of this year, Letcher County, Kentucky Sheriff Mickey Steins, he was charged with unaliving District Judge Kevin Mullins. The pew-pewing occurred in the judge's chambers at the courthouse following a heated argument. They had switched phones with one another. That had allegedly, the sheriff saw something on the phone that may allegedly been about his 17-year-old daughter. There has been alleged allegations of this judge giving younger women lesser sentences for favors, if you get my drift, favors for the judge. The sheriff, I think he pew-pewed him 8 times. The sheriff surrendered without any incident or anything. Prior to this, Judge Steins was involved in a federal lawsuit accusing him of ignoring SEXUAL abuse allegations within, not Judge Steins, Sheriff Steins, rather, was involved in a federal lawsuit accusing him of ignoring SEXUAL abuse allegations within his department. The motive for the pew-pewings is unclear, but the Sheriff Steins did end up saying after the pew-pewings, the only thing that he said is he took my wife and daughter, which is 17. She's 17.
Now, have you ascertained any evidence that this shooting was pre-planned?
No.
I don't think temporary
Not this
insanity
time.
would work.
And
I don't think it's going to work in this. I don't even know if they have temporary insanity in Kentucky, because he just willingly, said, here we go. And like after the pew-pewings.
And would you agree that from what we've seen so far, from the evidence you've seen so far, the shooting was a reaction to what was on that cell phone in that moment? Is that accurate?
Objection, Your Honor. Also speculation outside of his skills of expertise.
Your Honor, I believe that if he has formed an opinion about the investigation up to this point, especially at a preliminary hearing.
This is
he can
crazy.
speculate on that, Judge.
Or sustained.
Sure. So, is there anything other than the content
Very.
of the phone that this video will reveal to us about why this took place?
No.
Does it appear that this took place as a reaction to what was happening in the chambers at that point?
I can say it occurred after a phone call was made. I don't know what was said or nothing like that, but
Fair enough, and I'm not asking you the content of any of that, but at this point, is it your theory that whatever that content was in the discussion was the impetus of the shooting?
that could be, but I don't know that for a fact.
Okay. Do you have any evidence up until this point that you have developed that would demonstrate that it was not as a reaction to what was on the phone?
No.
None whatsoever?
No.
Okay. Here's if I had just one moment before.
I know that's what they were saying earlier. They didn't even take the daughter's phone, allegedly. That's crazy if they have not taken that daughter's phone yet.
Did you attempt to speak to Sheriff Steins at the Leslie County Jail after the incident?
No.
Did anyone from your agency attempt to interview him?
Not to my knowledge, no.
And at that point, had he asserted his right to an attorney or anything?
No.
But nobody went back to try to talk to him or do an interview?
No.
Okay. I think I have one other question. In addition to cell phones that we discussed, the cell phone of Sheriff Steins and the cell phone that you found.
So, in Kentucky, a crime of passion defense generally falls under the legal concept of, quote, voluntary manslaughter, which occurs when a person is provoked to the point of losing self-control and commits a unaliving in the heat of passion. For this defense to apply, there must be evidence of extreme emotional disturbance, and the must be provoked, must be strong enough that a reasonable person would also act irrationally under similar circumstances. The key is that the emotional reaction must be immediate without time to cool off or reflect. I think that would fit. Don't you? I think that would fit a crime of passion. And I think that's, yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
Were there additional phones that you were able to obtain?
There was one other phone that's currently being examined, and the basic reason it was seized was there was a text conversation between Sheriff Steins and some of his employees with the sheriff's office.
Okay, and that was an additional phone of Sheriff Steins.
It was a phone of, I guess she's
Yeah,
the.
you got to prove the allegation for, yeah.
I don't know what her title is, but she's employed. She's not sworn. She's employed by the Letcher County Sheriff's Office. And she voluntarily gave her phone to the person that interviewed her.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, what, could you explain why that was relevant or germane to your investigation?
I didn't conduct that interview, but it was, I guess it was regarding the dinner at Streetside and things that led up to the shooting. But I don't have those results either, so I don't know exactly what was said.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought when we discussed that earlier, that you indicated there was no evidence that the conversations at the lunch.
I haven't seen those conversations yet. I've not received the downloads from the phone.
Right, but I asked you if you're aware of
Not
any
yet.
information that could have been gleaned from witnesses at that meeting. And as I recall, you said no, but there is some information that something was discussed at this lunch. Is that correct?
I don't know what was discussed at lunch.
I understand, but you obtained this lady that we don't know her name. You obtained her phone in an effort, or based on a belief that she would be able to demonstrate what was said at lunch. So you would agree with me, you believe that there is a witness or information that may have popped up at lunch.
There's a recorded interview with her in the case, and I'm yet to receive the downloads of the phone, so I don't know what they contain.
Okay, has that phone been sent to the
It is.
forensic examination as well?
Yes.
Thank you. Officer, that's all I have. Thank you.
Redirect. Questions? Has Judge Mullins, he sent to medical examiner's office and autopsy?
He was.
Have you received that report yet?
No.
Have you had
So regarding the pew-pewing, the Judge Kevin Mullins by Sheriff Sean Mickey Steins, it was revealed that Steins attempted to contact his daughter just before the incident. He initially tried calling her on his phone and then used Judge Mullins' phone to try to reach her. Steins became upset after accessing Mullins' phone, which led to the fatal pew-pewing. This is speculation about whether the contents of the phone were linked to the motive, though not concrete evidence. It has been publicly confirmed yet.
any form of conversation with him regarding his cause of death?
Yes.
And what was that?
Multiple gunshot wounds.
The video we showed earlier, that a true and accurate clip copy of what you received?
Yes.
Hopefully, introduce comes exhibit number 1, Your Honor.
Any objection?
Your Honor, I'd ask, of course, all we saw today
Thank you,
was
Brenda.
admitted, but I asked
Thumbs
to
up.
be admitted in its entirety, Your Honor.
You want to respond to that?
Good job. I don't think preliminary hearings required for probable cause. This statute of probable cause, I think the entire clip is outside the purview of these proceedings today.
I think if you want to see the whole video, you should
Yes.
objected earlier. I'll admit the short clip. Yeah. I'll have the clerk enter that as exhibit number 1.
And Detective, this is an ongoing investigation.
Yes, it is.
And as this ongoing investigation proceeds, you will be also interviewing more people if necessary, submitting more evidence to the lab.
Yes.
That's all I have.
Recross. All right. Any other witnesses for the Commonwealth?
No,
All right. You may step down. Any witnesses for the defendant? I'll find probable cause and bind this case over the grand jury. Anything else? Anything else before we adjourn court?
There's no.
It'll be a doozy. It'll be a doozy.
Oh, if you want to make an argument, sure.
It sounds like I may change your mind.
It is a probable cause hearing, so, but yes,
I understand.
take your best shot.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, so, Murder under our statute, as the court knows, and I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but if there is an issue as to extreme emotional disturbance, then there has to be some evidence that would rebut that. And specifically, when I asked the witness today if there was any evidence to rebut that this occurred as a direct result in the moment of this observation of the phone, they have none. And I give it's just probable cause. But I think they've established probable cause for manslaughter first, but not murder. Because I've heard nothing that indicates that this is not, an example of an extreme emotional disturbance relative to the phone. At any rate, Judge, respectfully, I understand the court's previous ruling, but I did want to address that with you.
No, that's fine. Let
Thank you, Your Honor.
the Commonwealth respond.
Thank you, Your Honor. Extreme emotional disturbance is a defense. There's not been a defense presented here to this court today. The evidence presented in this court today is that the judge was intentionally shot and killed, shot multiple times by the sheriff.
Oh, take your best. Yeah, that didn't. If he would have said no pun intended, that would have been bad.
And there's probable cause, obviously, the grand jury murder charge.
Yeah, I agree. There's probable cause to proceed as murder.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else before we adjourn court today?
Your Honor, in terms of, we'd like to discuss, if we could, lodging from here where he's transported. Is it the court's intention to have him take, and I don't want to discuss that potentially publicly, Your Honor.
I'm not sure I can make that help you on that.
Yes, Your Honor. So,
I mean, we could. You're welcome to staff court and discuss that. But I'm not sure I can tell the.
yes, sir. So the transport order that was entered that will direct Sheriff Steins to go back to where he came from, Judge. Is that fair?
Let's adjourn court and we'll talk about that.
Yes, sir.
I don't know that I can change where he's going to be at.
I'm sure. Yes, sir.
We can discuss it. All right.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Court's adjourned.
Yes, sir.
So I want to thank Court TV for that as well. This is going to be a crazy case. Yeah, right, Cinnamon. I know it's not gonna, like Hey Jude said, that's not gonna age well. I'm gonna share this. It's a video because it is a certain channel. Oh, I've got to really use fair use here. So I'm going to turn up the music a little bit louder and put some stuff over it. All right, let me get their link. All right, credit goes to Inside Edition. All right, new video.
That we uncovered of the sheriff.
It's shocking video of a local Kentucky sheriff who's been charged with shooting a judge to death. In the video obtained by Inside Edition, you can see the accused sheriff lip-syncing with his daughter inside his patrol car. She's in the back seat wearing an orange t-shirt. Now the choice of songs is raising eyebrows. It's Eric Clapton's version of Bob Marley's iconic I Shot the...
I mean, I don't think it's that bad. They don't have temporary insanity, but they use voluntary manslaughter for the same thing, pretty much.
The sheriff. Sheriff Sean Steins faces charges of shooting Judge Kevin Mullins inside his chambers in the town of Whitesburg, Kentucky. No motive is known. Now the sheriff who once sang I Shot the Sheriff stands accused of shooting the judge.
Do you guys think that that will be used in court as something that could be premeditated? What do you think about that? Millie, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that super sticker. Good to see you. You think it's something that's gonna no? Okay, just curious. Dear, what your point opinion was.
Right before the gun went, the sheriff and the judge were said to be fighting right before the gun went off. Investigators were trying to figure out what that argument was about.
That's the daughter, though. All right, now I want to show you. Uh-oh. One more thing. Take these filters off. Okay. Now, turn this down. Here's an article. I hope you guys can hear this. Let me know if y'all will be able to hear this. Can y'all hear that? Okay, perfect. No, yes, no, no, no. Okay. You hear music. Okay, okay, gotcha. So, okay, I'll read it. So, a former Letcher County deputy sheriff who pleaded guilty to a female prisoner was on home incarceration, will spend 6 months in the Letcher County Jail, where he formerly worked as a deputy jailer. Ben Fields, who was court security officer for the sheriff's office and worked a side job for monitoring company East Kentucky Correctional Services, was sentenced last week to a total of 7 years total, with 6.5 of that to be spent on probation. Fields was indicted on 7 felony counts and 1 misdemeanor. The criminal charges followed a lawsuit filed by 2 women in March of 2022. Both former inmates in the Letcher County Jail, where Fields worked as a deputy jailer before hired by the sheriff's office. When the crimes occurred, Field had left his job at the jail to work as the court security officer in Letcher County Court, and worked for Eastern Kentucky Correctional Services Incorporated, which provides electronic monitoring services to prisoners who has been placed on house arrest as a condition of their bail. Prisoners are required to pay for the monitoring service. The women sued Fields, Eastern Kentucky Correctional Services, and Letcher County Sheriff Mickey Steins in his official capacity, claiming Fields used his position to pressure them into having SEX with them, and that EKCS and Steins did not sufficiently train and supervise him. The case was filed under the U.S. District Court in Pikeville and has been on hold while the criminal case progressed. The women claimed Fields told them he would not make them pay for the monitoring if they would do a, quote, a favor, end quote. Fields disabled the service, told the monitoring company that bail conditions had been changed so the devices were not required, and then used threats to arrest to force the women to have SEX with him. When Letcher Circuit Judge James W. Kraft II asked Fields for GPS coordinates for one of the subjects for a court appearance, Fields said he couldn't locate her and filed an escape charge against her, court records show. The Mountain Eagle does not normally identify victims of S crimes. However, one remaining victim spoke to a reporter at the paper on the record and testified to many of the same things in the sworn testimony during the sentencing. The other alleged victim died of a drug overdose after this suit was filed. Sabrina Atkins, 47 of Pikeville, who was in jail on drug charges at the time the crime occurred, said she had completed rehab in hopes to become a DV counselor. She said she had a career before addiction and wants a normal life again. Quote, I was clean for 18 years, end quote, she said. Quote, I had a career, I had a family, end quote. She said that all changed when her brother, who she raised after her parents died, also died. God, that poor woman. Quote, I started drinking, I just fell into it, end quote, she said. Quote, there is no excuse. I was something I needed in my body every day, end quote. She spent the following 10 years in addiction and says she has now been off illegal drugs for 13 months. Congratulations, girl. She said she was using methamphetamines when she was arrested. While she is no longer taking illegal drugs, she said the crimes Field committed against her have left her unable to function without medicine prescribed for postpartum stress disorder. She said she has been in a psychiatric hospital several times since the incident and continues to take trauma counseling. Quote, my nightmares are so bad, I had to go on medicine and probably will for the rest of my life, she says. She said that She said to Fields during the video sentencing, quote, did you know I tried to unalive myself twice, end quote. Adkins also accuses others of involvement in her situation and that the other women who filed suit against Fields, she allegedly harassed by other sheriffs deputies and arrested based on false information given to Fields. Steins declined to comment, citing the continuing civil case. However, the criminal court records show at one point a warrant was issued for Atkins because Judge James W. Kraft II asked Fields to bring her to court, and Fields told the judge he couldn't find her because she was taken off the bracelet and escaped. She had taken off the bracelet like herself and escaped. She also alleged that a male relative of Fields who had introduced her also coerced her to have sex with him because he, quote, had pull with the court, end quote. She said that she talked to Fields on Facebook Messenger, but the other man had never sent any messages. He wasn't charged because she had no proof. Adkins says she believes the man is still doing the same thing to other women because she went to court for a hearing on a charge of driving under the influence and saw him sitting in the gallery whispering to another female defendant with his arms around her. Oh my God. Excuse me. Quote, he was right there in the courtroom asking her to go out to dinner with him, end quote. She said, I felt physically sick, quote, end quote. Fields was accused of having sex with Atkins in his car, in the district judge's office, and in an elevator at the Letcher County Courthouse. The grand jury on September 29, 2022, charged him with 2 counts of third-degree rape, 2 counts of third-degree sodomy, and 3 counts of tampering with a prisoner monitoring service. All those charges are felonies. He was also charged with 1 count of second-degree perjury, a misdemeanor related to him allegedly filing a false complaint. The court was prosecuted by Barbara Whaley of the Kentucky Attorney General's office and was heard by the Pike Circuit Judge Eddie Coleman. Court documents show hearings were held in at least 3 counties other than Letcher. Fields pleaded guilty to third-degree RAPE, third-degree sodomy, 2 counts of tampering with a prisoner monitoring device, and second-degree perjury. The 3 charges related to the second woman were dismissed because she is now dead. But the civil case is continuing with her estate as plaintiff along with Adkins. The court cases do not specify how she died. In return for the guilty plea, the judge, following the recommendations in the plea argument and the sentence sentenced Fields to 5 years each for RAPE and 2 tampering charges, but the time he probated for 7 years with supervision for 5. The perjury sentence of 12 months was conditionally discharged for 12 months. Fields will serve 6 months in jail and is required to register as a S offender and complete outpatient S offender treatment. Protective orders will be placed and effective for 10 years. Judge Coleman, acting a special Letcher County Circuit Judge in the case, said the consequences of the case reach far beyond the direct victims. Quote, I recognize Miss Atkins as a victim, Coleman said. Quote, I also believe the criminal justice system is a victim in this case. When people behave this way as Mr. Fields has behaved, it does create a story people can use when they talk about judges, lawyers, officers, and the court, end quote. That was dated January 10th of this year, 2024. That is insane. That is insane. Millie, thank you so much, my friend. I think I said thank you earlier, but if I didn't, I want to thank you again, my dear. Really do appreciate you. And Donna, thank you so much, my friend. Really do appreciate you. You guys are very, very, very sweet to me. Check text. Okay. I hope I get it. Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much for being with me. Really do appreciate you. Who drops charges because someone is deceased? Does someone just get off when they... Yeah. Seems like it. Guys, I will be back here at... What time will I be back here? 7:30, 1 hour from now. I may be back at 7. I'm not sure yet. It just depends if I get my work done. I just need to do a couple things. We will be covering this case extensively. As you can bet, this is far from over. Thank you so much, Max Chica. Again, we will be following this case. Also, prayers go out to Stephanie Harlow's family. So sorry to hear about her ex, as he has passed away very young, very tragically, and very unexpected. I will see you guys in the next 30 minutes to an hour. After my next live, I will be live at 9:30. Sorry, not 9:30, 8:45 p.m. Eastern for the vice presidential debates. If you want to join me, it'll be on Hey Sweet Tea. You can join me over there at 8:45 Otherwise, I will be back here in the next 30 minutes to an hour. All right, guys, love you all and truly do appreciate each and every single one of you. Yes, that's tonight. That's tonight. All right, guys, love you. Bye-bye.